New details in Tucker Carlson's exit from Fox News. There's two things we're going to look at. Fox News has taken a ratings hit after Tucker Carlson's exit, and also Fox apparently has a secret oppo file to keep Tucker Carlson in check, sources say. Very excited to see both of those things happen, but let's take a look at the new details.
Now to new details about Tucker Carlson's departure from Fox News and text messages that might have led to his exit. ABC News chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl has the latest. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Michael. The Wall Street Journal, which is owned by the same company that owns Fox News, is out with a detailed accounting for the reasons Tucker Carlson was fired. According to the paper, one key factor was crudely offensive language that he made towards women, language that came to light when he was forced to turn over his text messages.
Damn, bro, Women Defense Brigade over here in both CNN and Fox News. That's crazy.
As part of the Dominion lawsuit. One particularly crude insult that he directed towards a female executive at the company was redacted before those messages were made public. Carlson, according to the paper, didn't like that. Quote, he told his colleagues that he wanted the world to know what he had said about the executive in a private message. Mr. Carlson said comments he had made about former President Donald Trump, that he hated him passionately, that were in the court documents were said during a momentary spasm of anger, while the dislike of this executive was deep and enduring. The company became concerned that if those messages, the unredacted messages, became public, it would be an embarrassment to Fox. And, Michael, there was also a financial factor. Quote, while Mr. Carlson's Tucker Carlson Tonight was popular, it was also repellent to blue chip advertisers, which meant it wasn't providing a huge financial windfall to the network despite those high ratings. The paper said that Carlson had also become toxic to some within the senior ranks of Fox News itself. Quote, Mr. Carlson sometimes trafficked in what critics, including some higher ups within Fox, felt was...
Bro, this is so funny. Fox News being like, yeah, honestly, I'm not going to lie, Tucker, you're taking the racism thing a little too far. At Fox News. So here's the difference, okay? Here's why there is truth to what this sentiment is. America's a very racist country. Your grandpappy and your fucking mommy and your dad, they all say a bunch of fucking shit that, you know, if you heard from like some 4chan groyper, you'd be like, oh, this is like a genuine white supremacist, right? Now, that kind of racism is just like built into the American understanding, the American mind, the American ecosystem. Problem is, Tucker Carlson is ideologically a racist, an ideological white nationalist. So what that means is he will sometimes come across like he hates capitalism because capitalism is like promoting diversity. Now, this is in some ways kind of like putting the cart before the horse in the same way that Ron DeSantis did, if you understand what I mean. Racism is supposed to be the dividing factor that allows you to continue doing capitalist pro-corporate exploitation and deregulation. You can't start shitting on corporations and genuinely demand restitution, genuinely fucking, start going crazy over corporations and corporate rule because you're too racist. The racism is supposed to be the factor that you use to dull the masses. So Tucker Carlson's big problem was that he was like an ideologically consistent fascist in the sense that like he doesn't care about corporate overreach. He doesn't care about wars. He loves that sort of shit. As long as those wars don't end up creating a process where like refugees have to come into the country, as long as that economic instability caused in Latin American countries don't what? Met a viewer at Target who was shopping with his mom. As we're talking, his mom cuts me off and says, "You don't look as fat in real life." Shout out Mason's mom. That's hilarious. But as I was saying, Tucker Carlson's problem is that like he went a little too far. Um, sorry, got ADHD mid fucking word, lol. I know. But yeah, Tucker Carlson, as long as he kept the racism down to a level where like corporations are comfortable with, and didn't go fucking full Nazi half the goddamn time, it would have been fine. He's never been thinly veiled. I mean, it's not like Sean Hannity has done thinly veiled racism. These guys are all very openly racist. Problem is Tucker Carlson it takes it a step beyond.
Thinly veiled racism on his show. And finally, according to the paper, one other factor was the way Carlson saw himself within Fox. Quote, concerns that the populist firebrand had come to believe himself bigger than the network, a cardinal sin in Fox Corp chair Rupert Murdoch's empire. I
believe all of this. Plus, I think he got too big for his britches and was like demanding more money because his ratings were great, but he wasn't actually bringing in advertisement dollary dues.
Increasingly operating as his own island. Carlson has not yet commented about any of this yet, his firings, or any of this that has come to light. Lindsay?
Some fascinating revelations there, John. Thank you.
Well, hey there, Jim.
What if he cuck-pilled Murdoch? I mean, that part is really funny. I would love to see that. I wish for that to be real. All right, let's take a look. I gotta close my door real quick. Why isn't this fucking loading? Load up, man. Load up, Hollywood Reporter.
Fox News takes ratings hit after Tucker Carlson's exit. Though it still handily led the 8 p.m. hour, the cable outlet's viewers fell off by a sizable amount Monday. Unsurprisingly, Fox News ratings suffered Monday night without its most-watched host. After the surprise of Fox News and Tucker Carlson agree, to part ways on Monday, the network's 8 p.m. hour had a significantly smaller audience Monday night. The debut of Fox News Tonight, hosted by Brian Kilmeade, the first in a series of rotating hosts, pulled in just under 2.6 million viewers, about 21% below the average for Tucker Carlson Tonight, 3.3 million viewers, over the past 8 Mondays. Fox News Tonight also took a hit in the key news demographic of adults 25 to 54. Its 0.24 rating was 37% lower than the 0.38 Carlson averaged over the prior 8 Monday shows. Those figures were still plenty to lead the 8 p.m. hour on cable news by a sizable margin. A Joe Scarborough Presents special on MSNBC came in at 1.51 million viewers, while Anderson Cooper 360 drew 728,000 people to CNN. On the plus side for Fox News, its 9 p.m. show, Hannity, didn't suffer any with the smaller lead-in. It drew 2.53 million viewers, on par with its Monday average, 2.59 million, over the past 2 months. The Ingram Angle, 1.92 million, was a bit below its recent Monday average of 2.04 million at 10 p.m., but only by about 6%. Fox News shocked the media world Monday with the ouster of Carlson, who had presided over the top primetime show in cable news for several years. Carlson's show regularly drew better than 3 million viewers nightly, often ranking as the most-watched primetime show on cable. It averaged about 3.25 million viewers per night over the first 4 months of this year. Tucker Carlson Tonight also dominated the 8 p.m. hour in cable news. The 3.25 million viewers it averaged in the first 3 months of 2023 is leagues ahead of rivals All In with Chris Hayes on MSNBC, 1.33 million, and Anderson Cooper 360, 703,000.
Okay, the last part.
Among all of cable news, only another Fox.
The last part of this article didn't have to fucking blister every other person in media at the same time slot. Look at this. Leagues ahead of rivals and All In with Chris Hayes at 1.33. mil and Anderson Cooper at 700,000. But it's important for you guys to understand how fucked up this shit is, that like Tucker Carlson has better ratings than like, you know, whatever the fuck is on at prime time. Like, think about that. Think about that, dude. Like, what he was putting on that broadcast matters. You know what I mean? What he was talking about matters.